Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. This is the finale of Worlds Week, the last deck that we have to cover from the field as a unique archetype. And it is the deck that made it all the way to the finals in the hands of Jean-Emmanuel Depras, the Pride of France, whenever Nassif is eliminated. They're both cool. What can I say? How do I not take shots at people? It's so lame. Anyway, respect he deserves. Depras has been crushing it in the tournament scene lately and got all the way to the finals with this deck that we're going to call Moist Gruul. Because for some reason that word is a little triggering here and there for people. Some people don't like it when you use the word moist, but it's memorable and it gets attention. And that's what YouTube is all about. That and sweet decks like the one that we're going to play today. But while you absorb the deck list and seep it into your pores, I would like to let you know that at CoolStuffInc.com right now, on any order, if you use the promo code CGB5, you will get a wolf token. Yes, the paper wolf tokens. They've been released to the wild. They're now included with any order, not just pre-orders of Midnight Hunt. Now, any order, you can use the promo code CGB5 and you can get your paper wolf token if you live somewhere where Cool Stuff Inc. does not ship to. The token tier on Patreon, I'm going to be sending everybody a paper wolf token while we wait for the metal shark tokens to get created. Should be soon. They said mid-October by like the 17th, the metal shark tokens are hopefully done. Then they ship to Cool Stuff Inc. Then they ship to customers and me, and then I ship to the Patreon tiers. I wish I could do it faster, but we're doing the best that we can. Thank you everybody for your patience. I'm still really excited to see the metal shark token come to life. So this deck, now that you've had a good amount of time to look at it and check it out, what's going on here? This is one of the most explosive decks that you could play in Standard. It's also one of the few decks in Standard that runs out of gas pretty well if the draw doesn't line up perfectly. So you have to be able to mulligan to get somewhere. The true BFFs are Magda Brazen Outlaw and Jaspera Sentinel. When you have these, you have 5 mana on turn 3, and that can be a Goldspan Dragon. Your opponent may not have untapped with 3 lands and be staring down Goldspan Dragon. That's a lot of damage and a lot of mana. Then we've also got Innkeeper to help in the push in that direction. Then the rest of the cards are kind of like, we have all this mana, let's do stuff with it. Ranger class is a great thing to do with your mana. Reckless Stormseeker, 2 copies of this and another 2 in the sideboard, allowing you to also have explosive openings with Chariot, because going Stormseeker into Chariot is a heck of a lot of damage really fast, and many people thought would just be the best thing that could happen in the format. Moonveil Regent is a card we haven't seen a lot of, and it makes an appearance in this deck, and it's a pretty sweet mythic, and whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. Hopefully you have no hand, or it's just an extra land or 2. And then you can draw a card for each of the spell's colors. Now, everything here is 1 color, so you're just going to be drawing 1 spell all the way. But when it dies, it does X damage to a target, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. It's, you know what? It does the thing. It's narrow, but it is very strong very often, and it's not as explosive as Goldspan Dragon, and it's not as aggressive or value-y as Chariot, but it does keep you from running out of gas. And like I said, this is one of the decks in Standard that can and will run out of gas because it dedicates so much spots to kind of ramp mana that are just kind of nerds. They're little dorks at the end of the day. Then we've got Ranger class. This is a great mana sink. It does so many things, and that's why it makes the cut in this particular deck, because you have to get value out of all that mana that you generate. And then we got the removal, 3 copies of Dragon's Fire. There's also 4 copies of Shatterskull Smashing. And then there is the Moisture. 2 negates in the deck because the negate Goldspan combo is so good. You see that because the mana in general in Standard is so good, we don't even have to play the islands. So once you're in a meta where you believe a card like Negate or Test of Talents will be good, like we splashed in the mono black deck, you can get it almost at will if you have enough treasures and pathways. And that's what we have here. Treasure, 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 treasure. 16 things that make treasures that can help you cast this negate out of nowhere. And on top of that, pathway, pathway, 8 pathways. There's actually 20 depending how you want to count it, there's about 20 sources of blue. So the splash, if you decide negate is worth it, is really close to free. The mana base has 2 Lair of the Hydra and 2 Den of the Bugbear to keep the pressure on, but Shatterskull Smashing is also a really important piece of it. 26 land equivalent total, along with the ramp card, showing you how important mana continues to be in the format. We're going to leave the best of 3 sideboard available for those of you who want to play best of 3, and then I'm going to go try to get Mythic in best of 1 standard with this deck. So let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. All right, how about on the play? How about this time we go first sometimes? Oh, and we've got the BFFs. That's how you like to do it. Don't prioritize having blue mana too much. Remember, there's only 2 here. This is fun. Let's go. Even if the opponent has a spot removal spell, we just gold span them next turn. Yep, Cathartic Pyre the Magda, good job. Say hello to my friend. We'll see if the opponent is prepared for this level of nonsense. Yeah, that's how you draw it up. This is the way it's supposed to go. Divide by 0. I gotta warn you. I'm gonna play the card again. It's not gonna get much better. Why blue? Because why not? Pour it on, baby. Pour it on. All right. All right. Is it turns very explosive, powerful deck? How does it get out of this? It's got a Spikefield Hazard. Yep. I will has Treasure. I will bounce Dragon. Big Hasty Dragon. Divide by 0 is a good card. It does a lot of things. I don't think it gets you out of this. There's the land. Is it this? It is. Even if they sweep the board, we still have the Chariot. And we can crew the Chariot with the Regent for lethal. So there's not a great reason not to play the Stormseeker there. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot to throw at to have thrown at you for the opponent there. No green. I can't believe how badly this deck draws cards. It doesn't run any of that new dual land, and I think that has a lot to do with it. This deck is terrible at having hands that are keepable. Is Ranger class the right card to keep? Maybe I'm just supposed to keep the expensive cards and not the class. But if we miss a land drop, we're in so much trouble. Let's try it like this. I'm trying to give Moonveil Regent a chance. The cards have been epically disappointing. It pretty much comes out to lose the game. Well, this Magda is as dead as it gets. I think you're gonna see this thing get absolutely roasted here. Wow, Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, let's not give the opponent a chance. Next turn we can double spell these. Okay. Must be nice. See if the opponent can kill both of these. And how many activations they get out of this little bugger. 1. There's the Spike Field Hazard. They're down to 3 cards, though. Relic Robber. What a pile of trash. But, hey, it gives me something to use. I can tap them for mana with the Sentinel, so yay. Yay for that. This should keep the Relic Robber out of our hair. Do you like clicking? You'll love Thermo Alchemist. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Fading Hope, huh? They might have ways to remove 2 of these. I will offer them a Chariot as a blocker. They might have a way to kill this, but let's make them have it. They only have 2 cards left. How perfect could they be? Not that perfect. Like, that's not going to help you much here. Wow! You don't care, do you? Alright. I'll chump one of these. I'm fine. Weird, man. I guess they just figure they're never getting through the Chariot, so it's probably the right play when all's said and done. Alright, let's drop the Regent. Might be able to draw a card if we top deck another land. We just gotta try to avoid all this damage. Keep 2 cats. We could copy this. Would not be great. Probably not the best Magic I would have played. Alright, our first hit on the opponent, and we're still down 4 life. How good can you draw? Another Robber. Does almost nothing here. The opponent might attack with them just to get rid of the cats. Nope, they're going to cower. They cower. Alright, what do we draw? Another land. Red or green? We'll go green. We're going to get punished if we draw the negate, but it's unlikely. Yay, we triggered our Moonveil Regent to draw a card. It's a land. All right, so the Robber might trade with these, which means these get in. If we attack with everything, though, and don't leave back cats to block, the Robbers might get in. The opponent might understand that they're in a race here. So I think what we do is we just attack with these and hold these back. Because if we attack with just 1 cat, they'll just block it with 1 Alchemist. Like, we don't gain anything that way, except exposing ourselves to a perfect removal spell being top-decked. Opponent falls to 8. facing the army of the cats, and we end the turn. Off the top, what do Relic Robbers and Thermo Alchemists achieve here? Ping. And... zap. What could you learn here? What could you learn? Sciences? Yeah, get 2 life, get another ping. See if it keeps you alive. Do you like clicking? You'll love Thermo Alchemist. Boom, shakalaka. Line them up. Shoot them down. Down to 3. Draw a beautiful Magda. Say goodbye to Thermo Alchemist Relic Robber. All right, we've got the BFFs, but we're on the draw. Too bad. Still, you got to keep it. We also have to draw something good. Because right now it's all condiments, no meat. If that's a way to put it. All the Storm Giants. How do we leverage an explosive mana start against Izzet, who's very good at killing everything? Do I want the Ranger class on the battlefield or another Sentinel? I think we need the Ranger class. We could also have Innkeeper plus Sentinel. I guess the most mana is still probably best to be prepared for whatever we are to draw. Gonna have to kill this egg. If you Cinderclasm, I will resign. I'm not here to goof around and pretend I'd still be able to play a game. There's a dragon, so now we can hard boil this egg. Can't quite play it yet, though. We really don't want our opponent to see this dragon, though, do we? No, we do not. They can't quite transform it next turn, so I think we can wait one more turn and try to mess with them here. We go for the dragon, there's a good chance bad things happen. If we go for the dragon's fire and it gets countered, what happens then? Either way, we probably wait for like Memory Deluge, or we play this and they don't get to play Memory Deluge. This could resolve. They don't run that many counter spells in this version. It's our whole turn, though, because we have to tap all of this to go for it. It's very risky. So I don't think it's the play. Let's go like this. Let's attack with the creatures. They might have a Jwari Disruption. In that case, we'll just attack with these. And we'll wait for them to cast Memory Deluge and then Dragon's Fire this thing. Our Sentinel's within range of one more counter, and it's a 4/5, which can block a Gold Span, which is kind of what we're going for. Divide by 0 the token. Okay. Let's let them make all these choices, then Dragon's Fire their egg. Can also replay this. They went and got Teachings, which is kind of... Don't think it's going to work out for them. Just don't sweep the board. Please don't sweep the board. I'm kind of stuck in my head on the version I played yesterday that didn't have sweepers, but this has snowlands. It's not the version I played yesterday. But they're going to go for Goldspan. 21 to 17. Oh, a negate? Okay. That's the moisture. That's the moisture in the moist Gruul deck right there. And it's huge here. It's absolutely huge to counter this All Runs Epiphany. Oh, iteration, that's okay too. Try to get them to go for something big. Like, they'll definitely try to dig up an Epiphany and cast it here. And if they do, they're gonna die. Backup Dragon, okay. We can beat that. We can beat that. Somebody chump blocking? Maybe. So they have to block this dragon, right? If they block anything else, they die? Weird. Like, how do they... I don't know. What would you say the plan is? Do we show them the blue mana? I think we try not to. But we can power up the den. We can power up the den without showing them the blue mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're at 10. If they shoot a removal spell at the den, though, and we don't have blue mana available, that would be bad. But we wouldn't have enough anyway. Like, we could pay for it with Innkeeper, but that's 2 less damage that they take. If we get into combat... Yeah, I don't know how they get out of this. That's a lot. Takes the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They didn't get to see the moisture. Kind of bummed about that. I wanted to be able to imagine the surprise in their face. Well, the BFF's on the draw. Let's see if they get to do anything cool. Oh, look. A snow-covered plains, my god. Ah, Lair of the Hydra, hello. We've got turn 3 dragon, but it's on the draw, so We'll see if it matters. One drop, one drop, one drop, one drop. No blocks. Double Magda. Interesting. Why blue? Because why not? Gruul Cathar, going for Magda, of course. Double Magda. Come on now. All right. The weird thing is we do this, right? I guess we're trying to block with Magda. We could, like, make mana and level the Ranger class. But I don't think we're attacking, so I think we're just passing. No, come on. Oh my god. Hate them so much. All right, I gotta find a way out of this. Reckless Stormseeker. So we play the dragon. It attacks. We chump with the Sentinel. I guess we also play the Magda post-combat? We could also play the Stormseeker, but then we lose the blockers. I guess we have a Stormseeker as a blocker. And then we take whatever the Brutal Cathar can do. This goes, so they play... Yeah, I think we do play the Stormseeker. I think we need everything, all hands on deck, you know? It might just have to chump block if they go land, power up Haven. They did pull the land. They always seem to find it at the right moment. But we still have our Magda and our Sentinel, which can hold off the board. They flip the Brute. We have to block here, make treasure. May as well also do this. If they remove the Sentinel, we're going to die. But, like, I can't kick back and just wait for things to get better anyway. I've got to get this big enough so that if we top deck a Dragonfire, it gets there. Double spell will hit our dragon. God, I hate this card so much when I play this deck. We just have no removal. And it's just absolutely brutalized us again and again. And they have the double spell. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? Why is it like this? We're so dead. This deck can't beat mono white to save its life. It's so bad. Hello. Still has first strike though, doesn't it? I can jump for a turn. It's not going to achieve anything. What do I have to do? Level Ranger class, play chump blocker? If I have enough treasure... Yeah, it's not gonna work. The opponent is at 11 though. Is there a way I can threaten to kill them? Not really, no. Just can't beat mono white to save its life. It's so bad. Well, not on the draw, which is how I live my life. Oops. Runner, runner. Still doesn't get there, right? And it's a forest. God, it's so frustrating. We go first! All right. The hand is unkeepable. Have we mulliganed every time we've gone first? I think we have, actually. Except the very first game, right? That one game, that one beautiful game that's kept us chasing the dragon ever since. All right, this Magda needs to live, and it needs to be able to attack, hopefully profitably. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Gotta go. No way around it. Just run it into the ground. Turn 3 chariot on the play. Will it be enough? Party. They're on their way to full party, that's for sure. Their hand is looking great. Let's drop a dragon. Probably want this as a blocker, don't I? Shouldn't have given away the info first, but I'm playing on extra tilt today, so you all are gonna just have to put up with me. The opponent has a block with Archpriest and Vandal, but I will gladly kill that Archpriest right now for this chariot. That's where we're at in this game. Racing Party is about trying to get in enough damage to force them to block, because if they're just allowed to attack, they'll win easily. Paragon. Think we're in trouble. Interesting. Interesting that they want this trade. Maybe they forgot about the ability? Or maybe they just feel like they're too far behind to the dragon right now. They're gonna vandalize my chariot? Okay. They feel good against the cats. Backup Moonveil Regent. Right now, any type is a full party because of how these cards work. But they don't have it. It might have a counter spell. Should we power up the den? I think we probably should. Play around counter magic. And just be aggressive. Yeah, everybody do it. Let's do some damage. They have some blocks they can make with the Masked Vandals. And we just want to get a lot of damage in. Try to finish this game. Okay, that can block the region, and the party is full. We want to play around concerted defense, because I think they have it. Doesn't make much sense what else would be in their hand here. That's why we're going to play this instead of using it. Ouch. Stay aggressive. They don't like that. They don't like that. All right. Whew. You go first. All right. Let's try it. Ramp into dragon. Make it happen. I think I'm going to slow roll this Shatter Skull Smashing. I've been flooded a lot, so got to be ready for it. Just play your cards. I'm not here to emote with you. I don't want to know you. I don't care. I don't care what you had for breakfast. Play your cards. Shut up. All right. Innkeeper. Smoldering Egg. It's a good start. Snap Block. Good to know. Maybe that'll come in handy later. Are they going to play anything? They play the Celestis. We can negate that, but then we can't Dragon. So I think that resolves. Jeskai, Celestis, Smoldering Egg. Guided Voice on the Egg? This is some nonsense. Some official nonsense from our opponent. All right, let's just give him the Goldspan negate treatment. And then we just try to shatter this before it gets too big. Oh my lord. What are they doing? I guess let's find out. I mean, if it's just double environmental sciences, whatever. It is. They have double environmental science to everybody. Give it up. Give it up for the opponent. True nonsense at work. We'll see how it works out. I mean, it is like a fog draw too, in a kind of weird way. They also have snow-covered lands for some reason. In a deck full of pathways and deserted beach. Maybe they've got a frostbite in there. Another guiding voice. Oh my god. So it's up to 6 counters, so we have to kill it. But we'll have the mana, right? We must have the mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Hold on. That's fun. That's actually really cool. Wait, hold on. Doing it for 6 is like, it gives me extra damage, right? Because it doubles. So I can go like here, here, and I can go 2, and I can go like 1,000,000. Yeah, I can do it like that. All right, nice. And then I get a treasure. So that I can still negate stuff. Yay. Now you have no egg. You're eggless. Eggs order canceled. What the hell? Comes day as a science battlefield. They cost X less where X is the power, and you're gonna try to make your spells cost 0? Yeah, what? I'm annoyed. But I think I have to do this. I think getting 3 mana off your spells is some BS. We can't have it. If they have a sweeper now, we're just kind of doomed. But we try anyway. I think we hold back the Magda. Being at 8, it's really close to power up Lair and attack for lethal if they sweep the board. Okay. We are getting brewed right out of the format here. What is going on? Welcome to nighttime. So they have this combination, right? They can flip it and keep taking things. And they're attacking. All right. Why is this so hard? We can threaten with the lair. If we threaten with the lair, they have to block and we get a dragon back. What if we power up the den? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is also 5. They can block and kill the den, though. But we have to use these two. Then we can still layer for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not lethal. No, 9. The den, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3 from layer. 4 and 5. If they block this, they're just dead. I think I got it. Actually, first let's play this. We gain an extra life if it matters, and get this on the field. That attack was really something. It left them dead. It left them dead when they had the combo, Celestis and the Cathar. I think it left them dead. Yep, perfectly dead. Okay. Whew. I don't know what was going on there, but that was another one of those games where, like, you lose it and you're like, oh my god, what kind of a deck beat me? No red, but Innkeeper can kind of make red. Guess what? We're on the draw. I mean, Innkeeper into Chariot is one of those on the draw hands that can at least it makes the opponent have a really good hand to beat you. So I think we try it. We could also just draw a Sentinel and be amazing. Okay. Opponent has Spikefield Hazard. Or the new Shock, Play with Fire, but Spikefield Hazard. Okay, there we go. Let's see if they have another. They do have another. So that makes me definitely not play Magda. Okay, so we can resolve our Chariot. Our opponent already played their land, so they top decked this Snarl and they kept all these red sources. So they must have a pretty decent hand otherwise without too many blue cards. Okay. They might have another iteration too. Let's Chariot. Threats on the board. Mountain. Go. Okay. So you know they want to do something about this. Sequencing's important here. I want to have a blue source for the negate quickly. So let's start with the Innkeeper, because it'll generate a treasure. Then we're gonna zap in the Smashing. Play the Magda. Cinderclasm now. Okay. So sequencing very important there to make sure that we could negate this Cinderclasm. Get the moisture out of that Gruul deck. Fading Hope is brutal. Okay. But at least we got rid of the Cinderclasm. And we'll see if the opponent brought another. Jesus. Okay, they had 2 sweepers in that hand. Not good. Very not good. I don't think I had any choice but to counter that first sweeper. I mean, I guess we would have had Chariot and then backup Chariot. And I could have countered a battle or saved it for an Alrund's Epiphany or something. I don't know, man. Now I'm going to have to wonder about that. But, I mean, what can you do when they have instant speed sweeper and regular speed sweeper and fading hope? You know? What can you do? Well, they are not finished with me yet, as far as having whatever it is, as often as they can. Okay, so we get a window here. We can either play the Goldspan Dragon or inkeep Chariot. The thing about the Goldspan Dragon is I would love for it to come down at a time where it kind of steals 4 damage. It can here. But I think we want to keep the Chariot moving, to be honest. But there's nothing to... Okay, so if we do this into this, we attack with that, then we do have to Legend Rule a Chariot, so they don't have to kill it. All right, I'm doing this. This is questionable, because if they have another sweeper, we throw away an Innkeeper. At this point, though, we've just got to get through this, right? They've got 1 card. They foretell Epiphany. It's got to be Epiphany. And they're at 14. Can we kill them? Can we kill them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So power this up is 9. 10. We're short. We are short. Trying to get a lot of points here. We get to make another treasure. So we're up to 3, and we have a Magda. So here comes Alrund's Epiphany. Do we need 2 more cats? If our opponent sweeps the board, we want the ability to power up the Chariot and power up the Lair and swing for lethal. So things should stay the way they are now. The question is never if they have Alrund's Epiphany, it's always how many. Okay, just 1. And 1 card we don't know about, and a Galvanic Iteration in the graveyard. Stormseeker. Does it resolve? It does. I mean, I think we just try to kill him. We try to do as much damage as possible. Double Cinderclasm is going to tilt me right out of the building. So I could try to power up the layer, and I could lose absolutely everything. And I don't think that's worth it. Don't think I need another cat. Think I need these treasures to potentially swing in with this layer. Here we go. Higher. Is that gonna help you survive? You get to kill 2 things. And then you chump and you go to 4 and you get another top deck. Okay. So, opponent might draw a lot of... Oh my gosh, they're killing the innkeeper. But why? They go to 1, all right? What you got? Off the top. Just die. Just die. Yay. We're back! On the draw. Innkeeper Chariot, I guess, is one of the better strategies when you're behind. Gain a bunch of life, make a bunch of things. Forces the opponent to have the right answers. Double Innkeeper can gain a lot of life. Our opponent opened with an island, though, so that's probably not very important. The negate might be, though. Let's hope they go for their expressive iteration next turn. Good Jwari disruption from the opponent. Well done. Goldspan Dragon. Bring him out. I'm gonna try to use the treasure for my blue mana. I don't want to give the negate away. I want it with another expressive iteration. I think we allow that for sure, though. We gotta get a dragon down and protect it. Untapped land lets us do that if we're not afraid of another Jwari. Let's see what the opponent puts in exile. It's an island. Things are looking nice for them. Oh, they foretell, though. And we draw the land. Dragon! All right, what you got now? What have you got, opponent? Now we're putting you to the test. Unexpected windfall. No. Too much mana, too many cards. Make them work a little harder. They might be able to Epiphany now, though. How about I draw the other negate, huh? Huh? One time? Okay. Let's keep the pressure on, make these things harder to kill, get it out of the range of a Battle of Frost and Fire, for example. Down to 9. Yep. Have another turn and 2 chump blockers. Was I supposed to wait? Was I supposed to let that windfall resolve? It's just too much mana, right? It sets up the Galvanic iteration combo, and then my negate doesn't do anything. I think I was definitely supposed to counter that. It might not be enough. Now, if we were on the play, it would have definitely been enough. Uh-huh. They got a mascot exhibition. Wow. Okay. What are they up to now? They get teachings? I mean, we're going to redeploy our hand. Teachings won't help them. Maybe they'll discard it to a windfall. They take the damage and hold on to the birds. I feel like they still have another epiphany and they're trying to draw galvanic iteration here. Now, even if they sweep the board, we have Lair and we have Chariot. We have ways to keep the pressure on. Mascots. Okay. Storm Seeker. Pretty good for after a big play. Our opponent's at 7. We're not going to break through. We just have to force them to chump as much as possible. The cats don't really do that. Where does the +1/+1 counter go? On the Chariot or on the Dragon? The Dragon can be quad blocked, so it goes on the Dragon. So we'd be trading a Chariot for their 4/4, and they still have a 3/2 to block here. Also have to decide if we want to power up this layer. It can be pretty beefy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't really gang up on it, and it almost kills them. I don't think they can hang on to any of this stuff, can they? Maybe they try to. We'll hold back the Innkeeper then. Like, they have a good block here, but they also have to go chump, chump, chump. Yeah, and they are an Epiphany deck, so we have to prepare for multiple attacks. So we do like this. We copy here, and we counter here. Yeah, it feels like they're trying to hang on to their stuff to win with Epiphany. We're at 25, though. Yeah, they're hanging on. Let's see what they can do now. I hope I don't get punished for holding these 2 cards. If they actually deploy that many spells, it could be a problem. They haven't foretold anything, so they need 9 mana to do the combo. They have 8. So you're asking the 3 unknown cards to be land, iteration, epiphany. I don't think so. Oh yeah, okay. It's been a rough day, but I have not lost to blue-red yet. I think I'm going for 5-0 against blue-red. Something like that. And that is exactly what Depra had to battle a lot of. That and mono green, which we're not really seeing. The presence of mono white in best of one warps the meta in a lot of ways. But mono green having to deal with mono white is definitely one of them. Demon Bolt my token. Yeah. Opponent passing priority here. Looks like we're in easy mode. Block, block, die. They need a 1-mana removal spell, and the way that priority is passing, I don't think they have it. Stevens. Still haven't lost to Izzet. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and you may have caught my vibe during the video if you're paying a lot of sharp attention to the mannerisms of CGB, that it was a rough day in the arena, and it really, really was. Let's go to the stats and you'll see what I mean. So we get a 52% win rate when all is said and done. I spent most of the day below that, and you can see we kind of didn't move, just hovering at the top of plat, and you'll see why. On the draw, on the draw, on the draw, on the play, on the draw, on the draw, on the draw, on the draw, on the play, on the play, on the draw, 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 on the play, on the play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on the play. Is that what I'm seeing? Out of 21 matches. Ooh. Ooh. My gosh, I'm not making it up. This is why I can't play aggro. Every time I slide into something like this, it really affects me, but it also, like, whereas I used to just delete the deck after an hour saying it's trash, the untapped.gg stats help me with perspective, because when I tune in and see how unlucky I get really grateful to have a 52% win rate and to have gone completely 100% undefeated against Izzet. So that felt nice. Here's what I can't stand: losing to mono, to aggro white decks. 0. I don't think I was ever on the play against them, and I lost every single time I played an aggressive white strategy, and I can't stand that. And that is certainly the bind that this deck put me in. But if you like farming Izzet, I think that's what the build is very, very good at. And also the explosiveness when it's on the play against green and they don't have 1-drops in the current version of green and you have Sentinel Magda. It's like you're playing a whole different game. So I think that John Emmanuel Depra did a good job of farming exactly the meta game that he expected. And I think that the latter meta game is going to be much more unforgiving of Moist Gruul. You're going to have to go first, or you're going to have to really up your removal count or have some kind of cards that come from behind. But they don't really have that here. Like, I would run more Dragon's Fires, and I would probably find a way to run something else like Thundering Rebuke, Cathartic Pyre, something like that. And then you might as well just be Gruul, because sneaking in the negates, well, it made a huge difference against Izzet, actually. So I guess if you want to maintain the Izzet matchup, you keep the negates. Stormseeker, this card, looks so good. You can think of all the ways a great curve with this card makes you feel unbeatable. In practice, it's terrible on the draw, and as you saw, that's where I spend all my time. And on the play, it kind of doesn't match your preferred curve, where you're going into Moonveil Regent and Chariot. I also found Moonveil Regent a big letdown. The card dies to just about everything in the format without achieving much, unfortunately. At least in best of one, at least in the games that I played. I would have been much happier, I think, with something more resilient, if you can find it. I'm trying to think of what it could be, but maybe you're just supposed to dial in on Chariot and Goldspan Dragon, and run negates, Dragon's Fires, and some Thundering Rebukes, so that if you're not on the play, you have something to play for. Anyway, that's my take. I'm grateful to get out of here with a plus 50% win rate, but Mythic will have to wait till tomorrow. But this is the Ends of Worlds week, so I'll be back at you with what CGB's been up to, what my little brewing has created next week. So, on that note, thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You stayed till the end. You're cool.